are celebrating St. Patrick's Day today on Sunrise, starting with a live look from the heart of the most Irish place on earth. We're talking about Dublin, Ireland. This shot of courtesy of Earth Cam. The Temple Bar you see right there, hotspot for tourists to celebrate.
And hey, back here at home, a weekend-long celebration in honor of St. Patrick's Day on Sunday kicks off later today in downtown Portland. And
that is where Drew Carney is hanging out this morning. He joins us live from inside the Kells Irish Festival tent along the waterfront. I don't know what you're going to get yourself into, but somehow you always get yourself into something, Drew.
I thought it was pretty cool having that shot from Ireland. So you've got the Irish spot there to get things going. I've got the Irish man joining me here in just a moment. But first, let's talk about what will be a huge event in 3 spots over the next 3 days. It is Kells' annual Portland Irish Festival. It is happening not only where we stand inside the tent along Portland's waterfront, but also at the downtown restaurant and pub just a couple of blocks away from here, and also at Kells Brewery in Northwest Portland over there on Northwest 21st. Activities all 3 days over the course of the next 3 days, with a big event happening here later tonight. So you've got all the information there, and now I bring in that Irish fella I talked about earlier, Jarrett McAleese, back on the program, a big friend of the Sunrise Show. I always feel bad, honestly, when I know that we're coming down here. I said, maybe this is the year that Jarrett says, you know what, I'm sleeping in this time and letting someone else handle this.
Not a trick. I didn't go to bed last night.
Really? No, I don't even believe that, because here, you got to be here tonight. You've got to be here all day tomorrow. You've got to be here Sunday. You are not going to sleep the next 72 hours.
That's it. It only comes once a year.
Okay, fair enough, my friend. Can we talk about what you're doing here? Because you can see the tent surrounding us. They told me this is the biggest tent that you guys have ever put together for your Irish festival. What's all happening here over the next 3 days in brief?
In brief, we got the boxing tonight.
Yes.
Ireland versus USA. Then we got the next day, Saturday, noon till 5. We got the head school over here, Gaelic languages, all the paraphernalia from all the sport events from Red Branch, the hurling team. They got the Gaeltacht, the Irish speaking language, and we have a petting zoo for children with Irish instruments. Learn how to do penny whistle, learn how to do step dancing, Irish step dancing. And then we have full-on music all day. Every 1.5 hours is a new band on the big stage, right up until midnight.
That's Saturday. That's tomorrow. That's Family Day, they call it here, from 12 to 5, and then the party for the big kids into the night.
Yes, and then the next day is the big Shamrock Run.
Right. You'll be right here in the middle of the action.
Right here in the middle of the action, and then Shamrock Run's over, 1 o'clock. The music will right through the morning till 9 o'clock in the morning till midnight again on St. Patrick's Day.
I'm listening to what you're saying, but also listening to how you say it. You must be the most Irish guy in all of Portland. You have to. Have you ever met someone that lives here that's more Irish than you?
Oh, there's a couple of us.
So what I want to do in brief, just to wrap this segment up, is talk more about that big event happening tonight. You call it, in years past, the Irish Smoker. It's a big boxing event.
It's a big boxing. In Ireland, and back in Europe, what they used to call them as a smoker event, which meant a boxing term for a hot event.
Okay, so they've got Irish boxers flying in just for this to take on boxers from the Pacific Northwest. And I was thinking, you know, how are you and I really going to be able to preview something like that? I came up with nothing. Do you have any ideas?
You know what? Let me think about it.
Oh, wow. That came faster, harder, and more painfully than I anticipated, gang. Oh my goodness gracious. Even without the sleep, he still throws a mean punch. He's Jarrett McAleese, the owner of Kells Irish Restaurant and Pub downtown. Check them out there, check them out here, or check them out at the brewery all weekend long.
Yeah, you see all the green in the studio, in the field. Today is not only Friday, it's also the beginning of a 3-day celebration of all things Irish in downtown Portland.
The move when you say Irish. Our own intrepid Irish reporter Drew Carney is previewing Portland's Irish Festival for us this morning, live, drinking beer and getting wasted on air. That's what we do best.
No, that's not what's happening. I actually have a designated drinker this morning.
There you go.
I have a designated drinker. I don't have to do the drinking. We actually did some exercising, though, for starters, because you guys know we were downtown on the waterfront under the big Kells tent for the 5 o'clock hour. And then we didn't drive over here. We walked. We did an early morning stroll from the waterfront to Kells Irish Restaurant and Pub, which is on Southwest 2nd, of course. I still have the owner of Kells with me, Jarrett. Brad, the bagpiper, is with us as well. There will be some drinking happening over the course of the next few days. If you haven't heard, Years ago, Kells started brewing their own beers. So you've got 3 on the plate here. Tell us about each one quickly, if you would, please, Jared.
Kells Irish Lager, Kells Red, and the Kells Irish Stout.
That was really quick. So now we've bought some time to talk about this one a little bit more specifically. And actually, why don't we put our designated drinker to work? Brad, we do expect some more pipes to be played here later this hour, so wet that whistle, my friend.
Someone's got to do it.
Wait a minute, hold on a minute. We have to bring up some other information before we watch the designated drinking.
Okay.
You've got 3 locations this weekend, 3 days, today, tomorrow, Sunday. You've got that website right there on your screen for more information, but please keep in mind 2 of the following things. Tomorrow is Family Day. That's happening downtown under the tent along the waterfront, noon to 5. Sunday, that waterfront spot is going to be really popping because it's all together now with the Shamrock Run. So lots of things to keep in mind as you plan your weekend. And in all seriousness, as Brad goes back to the designated drinking, I will say, it always helps if you are going to come out and party to have that designated driver. The partying is better when you've got that driver. So drink when ready. Tell us about the stout, Jared.
The Kells Stout, we make it up at 21st Avenue. And just to mention that we do have $20 gift certificates for taxis and $10 off Ubers anywhere from the festival from tonight until Sunday morning.
You're doing that?
Yes.
So tell me about
ODI,
that.
actually.
Yeah, ODI. I was going to say, ODI was also running a program like that.
Yes.
So again, keep in mind, there are opportunities through Lyft and through Uber and through PBOT. Thank you, Alex Gray, our producer, the Portland Bureau of Transportation, all making sure that when you do party this weekend, you party as safely as possible. Jared, thanks for opening up the restaurant because boy, oh boy, it's a lot warmer in here than it was down along the waterfront at 5 a.m. We've got more bagpiping, we've got some dancing, we've got a lot planned for the 6:45 segment. For now, gang, we send it back to you.
We are celebrating St. Patrick's Day today on Sunrise, and starting with a live look from the heart of the most Irish place on earth. Dublin, Ireland, of course. The shot is courtesy of EarthCam. The Temple Bar you're seeing right there, that is a hot spot for tourists. It's already packed pretty early. It's gonna get better, baby.
Yeah, all the shamrocks up there as decorative decorations too. I can't even talk. Okay, back here at home, a weekend-long celebration in honor of St. Patty's Day on Sunday will be kicking off later today in downtown Portland.
And of course, that is where Drew Carney is hanging out this morning. He joined us live from inside Kells, doing his best, bless his heart, to get in there and dance with them.
Hey, we're building up to something, I promise you, Christine and China. Right now we have those who know how to dance and do it well dancing with us this morning. Dancers from Andera Academy of Irish Dance giving us their best on this Friday morning. Now you can bring the music to a halt. We can stop the dancing for just a moment. We'll bring it back again. Kill the music for just a moment because we do have to pass along all the information in regards to the big Kells Irish Festival celebration happening this weekend, not only where we stand in downtown Portland at the Irish Restaurant and Pub. A lot of you know it and a lot of you love it right here on Southwest 2nd. They also have lots of action happening at Kells Brewery in Northwest Portland, and this year under a huge tent along the waterfront, all 3 days, all 3 spots, today, tomorrow, and on Sunday as well. All right, we're going to give these dancers a breath. Would you appreciate like a minute of not dancing?
Yes.
All right, catch your breath. Marin, come on in here. We do have a 4th dancer among us. Marin is representing Andera Academy of Irish Dance. I'm getting all this grief from my colleagues. When are you going to dance? Why aren't you dancing? Because I don't know how to dance so well. So I thought maybe you could provide me with a quick lesson on a couple of moves, a couple of basic Irish dance steps. What do you have for me?
Of course. So I'm going to teach you one of our treble reel steps. Treble meaning we have our hard shoes on. So let's go ahead and let's get our rallies warmed up. So we're just going to do some push pull back and forth. Yep. Awesome. So this is our basic step, and we call it our basic step because it's something that Irish dancers all around the world know. So
of course.
You're becoming one of us.
Yes, I am. I feel it.
So we're going to start with a bang.
Okay.
Bang, step, push, pull, hop, back. Bang, step, push, pull, hop, back. Then we're going to do 3. Bang, step, push, pull, hop. 2, push, pull, hop. 3, push, pull, hop, back.
In my head, I'm doing with my feet exactly what you're doing with your feet. Does it feel that way to you?
Yeah.
Okay,
You
thank
have
you.
the weekend to practice.
Let's cue the music back up. Let's get this dancing happening on this Friday morning one more time. As we watch the dancing, I will repeat the critical information here. 3 locations this weekend. Downtown where we stand at Kells Irish Restaurant and Pub. Just a couple of blocks away, they've got the big tent along the waterfront. And uptown, Northwest Portland, on 21st, you've got Kells Brewery. Activities at all 3 spots, all 3 days. Family Day, by the way, is tomorrow. It's at the tent only downtown along the waterfront, and it's from noon to 5. Sunday, Shamrock Run Day, lots of activity at that Kells tent. Oh yes, this is my favorite part, when they go solo on us on a Friday morning. The solo activity. Would you mind? I'm feeling it.
Go ahead.
Can I take your spot next? All right, I'm in.
Yeah. He's basically doing the
I'm
running
losing
man.
equipment. I don't need that equipment. Guys, I can't hear you anymore. I wish you couldn't see me anymore. I get out of the way right now because we've got come on, Eric, show them the good stuff. Thank you, Ondera Academy of Irish Dance. Looking great on this Friday morning. China, Christine, Rodney, and Chris, back to you.
I am so glad we finally got to see Drew do a little dancing. Thanks, Drew.